problem that's been brewing. I think we like to call them. What do we like to call them again? These
brown clowns.
Okay, so how would you describe what a brown clown is?
So the way I would define this is me doing my little oh, this is what I think the phrase mean. I'm doing one of those things.
Yeah.
I think a brown clown is somebody that wants the benefits of living in the West while simultaneously retaining some of their third world activity. Like for example, doing this, right? Walking around like this all the time.
Yeah.
Having street vendor having street vendors, um not speaking English or the common language, because Germany and France, right?
Yeah.
Not speaking the common language, um not conforming to the religion of the state, which is Christianity. um that's what I think it is. Yeah, yeah. It's you want to live in the first world while simultaneously bringing all the baggage that comes with your culture.
Well, I think I don't think a brown clown. I don't think you don't necessarily have to be a ethnic minority or from that race to be a brown clown. I think it's more like an ideological thing. Is it just like how boomerism?
Mm.
I think boomerism is just like an ideology, because now we got freaking, as a model pull up, we got freaking Chinese people becoming brown clowns right now. They're literally morphing themselves into being brown. It's like they're not even trying to just pick one side and be that. They're trying to amalgamate every the almost the worst things about every single brown culture into one single unit. They're trying to be oh, I'm praying on a mat, I'm playing soccer, I'm eating hot
Listening to
Cheetos.
reggaeton.
Yeah. I'm I don't know, I'm dancing the walk. I'm all they make new things up. But we got Chinese people doing that right now. And yeah, I just think there's an ideology at this point. There's people literally morphing themselves into being, like brown clowns. I'm showing you this right now, right? This with this guy.
This is the Islamic Republic of New Yorkistan. Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole world is Muslim. Welcome to Mamdani's New York.
Muslim.
City, you see how it looks? Inshallah, your city looks just like this too.
I want to motherfucker. Dude. I think that's hurting America more than actual brown people coming.
It's like, did you see the guy that killed Osama bin Laden reply to that post?
No. What did he say?
Let me show you. Hold on.
Is it crazy?
He said something funny. Hold up. He said something like, "Oh, these guys say say something different when you knock on their door at 2 a.m." As a because he raided Osama bin Laden. Yeah. Here it is right now. Yeah, let me share the screen. Hold up. Let me fuck. That doesn't do it. That's not a good zoom in. Yeah, these guys sound way different when you wake them up at 2 a.m. Shh, American flag. Yeah, I'm like, yep, based
W, even though he's an Israeli supporter.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, he's a supporter of Israel.
I just know that he's kind of schizophrenic in some regards. But yeah, I feel like what he's doing that thing where you know how there's like for lack of a better term, like white nationalist types. Now they don't do that anymore now because they're all pagans now. But at a certain time, they were all like going behind Christianity because they think that this thing somehow like validates their like opinions on
Yeah,
everything. That's what I kind of feel like he's doing with
Islam.
Islam. Yeah. And it's like, but also on top of that, he's
I think he
backing.
only doubled down on it just because he realized he made a mistake.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. I think he's just doubling down because it's like he made the choice to become a Muslim, and he like his whole rollout in 2023 was like,
Roll out to being a Muslim.
yeah, that was like his whole rollout. Oh, we're gonna fight wokeness with Islam, and I do think that Islam does kill wokeness, but you need wokeness to get Islam.
Yeah. Or I think what it is that like Islam likes wokeness existing because they know it's like a weakness that they could take advantage of.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When you get these like dumbass white people that are like, "Oh my God, we want Muhammad coming with his hummus," and he's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you," and then next thing you know, he's like, "Bitch." Literally, that's what it is. They take advantage of like white people's like naive, like suicidal empathy, or yeah, suicidal empathy. They take advantage of it, and they'll do it. They'll do it without a problem. But my issue with the Muslims is superficial. One of my issues is that they want to take our daughters, but we can't take theirs.
Mm.
You almost never see. Okay, Albanian and Turkish is different. We're gonna put them on because they're mostly secular, right? And they were originally Orthodox Christians. Like objectively, that's what they. So when they're secularized because Islam is not in their blood. They're just the religion of the state, whatever. But like when you see like these Muslim chicks, they never end up with an actual like Christian. And if they do end up with a Christian, they convert them to Islam because white niggas do the Mark Anthony. They do the Mark Anthony thing where they get with this like fine ass bitch and then they adopt her culture.
Yeah.
Um, it depends because usually it someone's gonna adopt somebody's culture, right? Like if I marry like a fucking I don't know Ukrainian chick, I might LARP as a Ukrainian, or she might LARP as a Mexican, but I'm not really like that Mexican to where you could say like, oh yeah, she's gonna want to be doing the whole, and she's not. No, I'm not that deep into it, but definitely, I would probably fall under that. I can see myself doing that. That's why I have an issue with other.
Well,
You
I
know what I
think
mean?
also the problem is that or the thing that you're not mentioning is like you except I think maybe whites could do a downgrade, but for the most part it's like whichever family's wealthier, that's the one that they usually side on. Because I've seen girls become like Muslim out of nowhere, and then it's because they're dating a Muslim um and
But
he's
that's
like
the thing.
rich.
But that's the thing. In Islam, they're supposed to take women that are not Muslim and convert them and have a bunch of fucking babies with them, and those kids become Muslim, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do. It's kind of frowned upon for the woman to be with a non-Muslim. No, yeah, that's my issue with the Muslims is that they don't want us with their daughters, but they want our daughters to go to their men. So I mean, but again, there's a gray area because there are a lot of secular Muslims. They come here, they don't really care that much about it. They're like the Catholics in that sense, where it's like, yeah, this is the religion of where I come from, and I kind of practice it a little bit because I need a spiritual practice, but I'm not like that much into it. You know what I mean? You know, that's the good thing about secularism, but obviously it's just a machine for the fucking Jew. But
Yeah, and even then, I think it's kind of like with like them, where like even if they do say they're secular, they still have a bunch of baggage from
they still think that their culture is superior.
yeah, and they still have all the baggage that is kind of instilled from them, whether it's from the Christian Bible or if it's from the Quran or if it's from the other books, you know. Um it's and even if they like that, like it's not, it's like yeah, well, it's like what they say, like Christianity has, you know, pretty much been like a net positive on society because it's instilled a bunch of values. And then like an atheist just comes out of nowhere and goes like, well, no, I just realized that because it sounds like the good thing to do. When it's like, no, it's not how everyone got here. But again, it's like with that where it's like even if they are secular, like I don't know, like a I don't know if Hassan Piker is or isn't. I think he's one of those guys that just says he is Muslim just for
I think he's more secular than anything. Because
I
most Turkish people are secular Muslims. Like they'll be like, yeah, man, I believe in
oh yeah,
Allah, you
yeah.
know. But I think he's just doing this whole brown clown thing because he's a Democrat.
Yeah. But also, I think I don't know. I think on some level it gives him like protection to like not outright say like, "Oh, I'm not Muslim" or something like that. Um, because if he just says, "Oh yeah, you know, I believe in that stuff," 'cause I've seen some clips here and there where he says that he's, "Oh yeah, I'm Muslim," but it's like okay, like, but you're at fucking actually, no, I don't know if that's out of pocket for him to be at brothels or whatever. Um, uh, getting onto that stuff, but yeah, just I don't know. I think like being a like I think even like white people can be brown clowns. Like you can again
Oh,
because I'm
white people are. I would argue white people are the number one offenders
yeah because like
because they
again like
allow it because they open up the gate.
yeah, and I just think it's more like an ideology than like you know like because again it's if you're like a refugee or whatever again and like there's like it's kind of valid on some level that you're just gonna come here and like you know have all that stuff but like if you like come like you know with like what Sneako's doing you come as like a guest and then you make it like kind of your thing because like this is what like Nick was saying is like these people like they cry that like they're getting like persecuted and shit and then like on the reverse end they say we're gonna take this thing over like we're gonna take this thing over and it's like well
Well,
you,
it's like that thing that people do when they cry about Christianity, where they're like, "Oh, it's too weak," or it's too fucking or they persecute.
yeah
Because that's what the Muslims do. They'll be like, "Oh, the Christians, they wanted to take over everything." It's like, first of all, you fuckers started it, and secondly, you guys make fun out of us for being too pacifist. So it's like, what is it? Even the Hebrew Israelites do the same thing. Like Israelism is like a unique form of brown clownism.